So that's the fire starting. So there are various pouches. I mean, these things, you can carry anything you want in them. I've got a small roll of duct tape over here, a small little folding shovel for digging a seep hole for filtering water from a creek side. Other uses you can use the shovel for, digging up anything. You got a compass, another folding knife. Then over here I've got knife sharpener, fixed blade, cold steel SRK, a flashlight, and then my poncho so I can get to it easily if a rainy situation should arise. And bam, I'm ready to go. And we'll do another segment showing what's in the back of my pack when I take it off.
Alright guys, so that's Matt's gear, and as you can see from both of us standing side by side with our different types of gear, I'm wearing the US issue load-bearing vest. This is the vest that I've used quite a bit. I love this vest, and I am carrying almost exactly the exact stuff that that Matt's carrying here. I've got my GPS, I've got Cliff Bars, I've got a compass, I've got a mag pouch right here that has water filter filters that go into the water filter. I've got a large Gerber tool, I've got a sucking straw, and then I've got a collapsible stove. Down below here I have basically a total essentials pack. This has food, water, matches, everything in it. Over here, pretty much the same thing. I double up on a lot of things because sometimes you never know, you might lose something in the bush. Here I have US issue bayonet. In my pocket I carry the cold steel perfect balance throwing knife. This is a knife that we're now going to use as our survival knife, and we highly recommend cold steel. Pair of binoculars, space blanket, extra compass. In a butt sack I have 3 days worth of food, I have water, I have a cooking pot, and I have a poncho similar to the one that Matt's carrying. Up here I have my camel bag that's attached to my webbing. On top I have another bag that's full of survival and emergency gear. Here I have snares, pocket saw, and I believe that's all that's in there. Up here I have a secondary pair of binoculars. And something that Matt and I both rigged to our rigs is these retractors. Now these are retractors that you can get at an office supply store. They're usually used for keychains or for ID tags in businesses, but we've attached them to our camel bags so that we can get back and forth to our bite valves on our camel bags.
Let go of your tube once you're done sipping,
and
it
let it go,
right where you want it.
And you're done. So we're going to move on.
Hang and drag in the dirt and get it all dirty.
Most definitely. So we're going to move on to the next topic, and hope you guys stay tuned. Alright guys, Chappie again here with new survival skills, and I'm going to talk to you guys briefly about navigation. I know a lot of people use their GPS. This is the GPS that I carry. It's the iFinder Hunt, and I find it to be very accurate in all situations, and I like using the Hunt because it has a lot of landmark markers that I can use to show where I've been. I can mark houses, I can mark buildings, bridges, dams, just about anything with this type of a GPS, but I am not using my GPS as my standard for navigation. My standard for navigation is right here. This is the US military Lensatic compass. This runs you about between $85 and $95. I've seen them all over the web. This is mine. I do not share it with anybody. Your compass should be your own compass. You never hand it to somebody, because if they break it, you're SOL. If you break it, you're SOL unless you know how to navigate in some other form. And so what I'm going to show you is, this is my map case. This is attached to my load-bearing vest, or if I'm just out for a day hike, it's in my pack. And it has my map for the local area that I live in, where I hike. This map is for the Los Padres National Forest. I don't know if Ed can get in close enough on this to where he can see these tick marks, but these are your navigational tick marks here. You see this is 34 degrees, 37 minutes, 30 seconds. These are the marks that you use for navigating with GPS. And the way that you do that is with a tool like this. Now this is the waypointer, and the link to the company where I purchased these is on our website, newsurvivalskills.com. And basically this one here is set up for different types of maps, because each map, when you look at the key, it'll be at a different scale. So each one of these minute markers is for different scales of maps. Thank you, sir. And what I can do with this in conjunction with my GPS is I can lay it on these corners, and when I find the mark, say I want to come to this point right here, I will find a mark on the edge of the map, and I will count out the minutes, and then I'll add those to whatever I've got from my previous. I'm here at 35 seconds. I'd come over another, or actually I would subtract 3 seconds to come over to this mark, and then I'd move in and I'll find the other tick mark on the other side of the page, and it'll give me a direct GPS mark that I can put into my GPS. This is another waypointer from the same company, and it's used for the exact same thing, but it's for a different scale. This one's in kilometers, this one's in minutes and seconds in the middle, and then you've got kilometers here, and you'll see that each one of these has a scale. It'll say this is 1 to 50,000, this is 1 to 63,000.36, and these are invaluable to have if you've got a GPS and you're using it. Another thing I carry in my map case is Dangerous Animals and Plants. This is a pamphlet that you can pick up at any of your U.S. Forest Service offices, and it's very simple. It tells you about the types of animals in the state of California, where I'm from, and if I can get a hold of it, the hazards that they produce for humans in the forest. Also has your plants, types of poisonous plants and things that you want to stay away from. So this is very good. I keep it in my map case. I use a UTM. This is a Universal Trans Mercator guide. It can also be used with the GPS for finding your location on your map. I also use Notepad for setting my coordinates and for logging where I've been, where I'm going. I carry a small pencil along with a small pen, but this here is the #1 tool in navigation that you want to have. If you don't have a compass, you are SOL. And if you don't know how to use a compass properly, you're more than SOL. So we're going to go through in one of our later videos, and we're going to teach you about the proper use of compass and map for land navigation. So stay tuned and look forward to that. But in the meantime, go out and pick up a compass, a good compass and a good map case and a high quality map. Sport Chalet sells them. These came from the U.S. Forest Service. They're about $7 or $8, but whenever you go into the field, you need to have a map so that you know where you're at, how to get out of where you're at, and so you just have a good sturdy plan. So this is called the Night Sky 3040. It is a star chart, and on this star chart you see down here on the bottom around the outside ring of the bezel, you see that there's the months, and then there's markings for the dates. Now as you move those months and dates past this part of the inside bezel, which is the timeline, it'll tell you what stars are in the sky during that month and at that time of the day or the night. Okay. This is for the southern latitude on the back side, and it gives you the same information, and it tells you what stars will be in the southern sky. This is usually in this bag with my map, so that if I do break my compass, my GPS is out, and I have to navigate by the stars, I can use this guide to tell me what direction I need to follow to get from what point I'm at to what point I want to be at. So again, Chappie here. Now let's throw it over to Matt.